it's kind of cool. And you're looking good there, Phil, because you've got your back to the camera, but it's the OSI logo. So, all right. This is our test. This is our unofficial test stream, but as you know, I was talking all day about how I didn't know if we would be able to stream today or no, because the solution that I thought I had for Wi-Fi turned out to be 11.
Yes.
We're coming. So for a test, we're going to go on a tour with the owners of the mansion. So, thanks everybody for being here, and we are going to stay in touch while we do a nice little tour of the Octagon Mansion. Okay.
Are you taking the whole tripod with you?
Yeah, might as well. You're right. I shouldn't take the tripod.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. When you're right, Phil. When you're right, Phil, you are right.
That's your first check of the night. Mark.
First check of the night. First check of the night. Good man.
All right, here we go.
And we're coming.
All ready?
We're ready for the tour.
We're ready for the tour. I mean, look at this place. Trigger Central. Yeah. Just as a test.
Hello.
It's my beautiful wife.
This is not your beautiful house.
It is, but this is not my beautiful house. No. Oh wow. I don't know. No, I'm not. I just don't know where to look.
There's so much. Oh, there's a trombone over there, T.
Where?
Right there, there's a trombone.
Yes, there is, and it's got
Oh, it's
it's got Mardi Gras beads on it and the whole shooting match.
This is the New Orleans corner.
Yeah.
Upstairs, there's a tombstone.
There's an actual tombstone.
No, tombstone, you know.
Oh, it's dedicated to Tombstone.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I think you're all gathered. Oh. Done like that.
Yeah. Point
Was
the
that-
camera in the other direction.
I will make sure that I will point this camera in any other direction than that one.
Keep your eyes on Phil.
I promise you.
Your eyes on me. Your eyes on me. Except for right now.
Because there's so much to see.
Yeah, there's a lot to say. All right. I think we're ready. It's all going here. This way.
It starts here.
It starts here.
Okay. Now, watch how I handle this. Watch how I handle this. No, watch this. No, watch. Pan around. Boom. See?
Wow.
See?
So are you recording me too?
Audio only?
Huh?
Audio only?
I don't like that either.
Then I will make sure I will make sure to cut this part off completely. I give you my word as a gentleman of Richmond.
He's a southerner.
I guess.
Right here, guys.
Feel
Right
free to
here,
get
right
more.
here.
Oh, right here, sorry, I went too far. I got
Come on, Sneaky.
You do have
It's the
to keep an eye
Suez.
on them.
Did you tell them about the bell?
About the what?
The
The
bell.
bell.
Yes, unless you want the investigation to end abruptly, don't
Yep.
ring the bell, because the Civil War era spirits interpret that as incoming, and they go dark.
We've had that happen.
Where's the bell?
There's a Titanic bell upstairs.
Oh, I saw the Titanic bell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As in an actual bell from the Titanic.
Souvenir.
Nice.
No
Okay.
ringing of it.
No ringing of it.
No ring.
Oh, look
Okay.
at that, honey.
Okay,
Straight
So
up.
you read all your history already on here, right?
I would say a fair amount.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
What we
There's-
could, publicly
yeah.
available.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
not a lot available.
It's pass
on this.
fail,
Me or
right?
you?
You ought to be doing fine.
There's not a lot available other than structural. We even went to the historical society here. We couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
I mean, she gave us a picture of what we already had.
Right.
So they don't have anything. But you can get the structural history
Yeah.
online. We even spent a day in the courthouse and got all the people that bought the house
Yep.
over the years. So, and there's quite a few. It has been empty since about the mid-90s.
Mhm.
There was, in 2012, there were 2 small businesses in here that didn't stay. Not because of paranormal, bad management.
Okay.
But, so I'm from here. He is not, although he is now. He was doing a anniversary charity walk from Washington, D.C. to San Diego.
Wow.
The first one was in 1977. He walked from New York City to San Diego in 49 days
Wow.
for Jerry's kids. So here, 40 years later, at 61 years old, he thought he was going to do it again. And he had to reroute his entire walk because you couldn't walk on the interstates.
Back then you could.
But you could.
Yeah. So where'd that bring him in Virginia? Route 11,
Uh-huh.
Wytheville.
which brought him right by here.
Wow. Okay.
That was when I met him. So the day after we met, he met this house. And he said it called to him out in the street to save me. We dug around till we could find out who owned it. Turned out it's people I knew.
Really?
Didn't know they owned it. It was people I
Did
knew.
they know they owned it?
Yes. Unfortunately. And they told us the town wanted to tear it down. And he
As you
said,
do.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
And this is what we're gonna do. This was all in storage. There was nothing in here, not even light fixtures nor switch plates. And everything you see here is his lifetime collection.
Wow.
He was a reenactor in Gettysburg for over 25 years.
Right.
And this is the result of that. So,
I
Amazing.
tried to change the results 25 times. I got caught once.
Yeah.
he's still collecting. Still collecting. So we'll go through each room. I'll tell you about some of the items in the room.
Yeah.
And if you want a little bit of paranormal tidbit, I can give it to you.
I defer to the group on that.
Or
You know how I feel
or
about
if you just
spoilers.
want to be raw.
I think let's go raw.
Okay.
Let's go raw. Let's go raw.
You can whisper it in my ear.
So
They leave
this-
the room and you can tell me.
This bench came from the Williamhurst Castle in California. It was a set of two. He was able to get one of them. All the drums are authentic.
Really?
This one is Civil War, Spanish American, World War II, and the bass drum is Civil War.
Wow. And did they actually see action as far as you know, like where
Well,
on
that
battlefields?
came from Gettysburg.
Uh-huh.
The Spanish American came from Gettysburg.
I will tell you during the day when I'm sitting here for the museum,
Yeah.
somebody keeps tapping the World War II.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in beautiful condition. Did you restore these, or is this?
No.
You never restore.
No. Oh no.
No, that's raw.
That's.
And you'll see a lot of like the uniforms and stuff. They look great
Yeah.
for their condition or for their age,
Yeah.
but they were in storage for over 8 years.
Wow.
So they were sealed up. And,
Right.
But like he said, how are we going to display this to raise funding for preservation here if we don't take it out of its wrapping or whatever?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it was always his dream to share his collection with people,
Yeah.
and this is what we're doing. In the process, we're raising money for restoration and preservation
Yeah.
to save this house.
Yeah.
These maps are the 3-day battle of Gettysburg. Back there on the dry sink, that bugle is authentic Civil War. You will see throughout the house wood, like right there.
Yeah. True.
Dirt, rocks, it's because he's picked this stuff up in these locations. Okay? Like every time we go to Gettysburg, he finds a piece of wood.
And somehow it ends up in the car.
Somehow.
Which last time I was guilty, I got
She,
a rock.
she tells me to pull over the car, and I usually get, reasonable. She was,
I had to plank out of the car to get this rock.
you know who this is?
Doubleday.
Do you know who he is?
No. Do you?
Doubleday, yeah. Doubleday was one of the. He was one of the officers that a lot of people believed he created baseball.
He did.
According to Doubleday, this is the research that lady is
He
responsible
said
for me
he
doing.
didn't?
He said he didn't. He said that was just a myth.
He's lying.
But yes, that is
Where's
the double.
my eraser?
The double. Yeah. But we
He
actually have
wasn't really there.
We actually have. Are you okay with me filming you?
Squeeze me, what?
Are you okay with me filming you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what I was going to say was that we have a place out in Manassas called. Hang on, give me a minute. Pip, what's the name of the farm again? Out in Manassas? Bronner.
Yes.
Bronner
That's why
Farm.
we're called.
Bronner Farm. That's why we're, yeah, exactly. And Bronner Farm Doubleday had a head-to-head with Stonewall,
Yes.
and it was the Black Hat Brigade.
Yes.
And we were doing some paranormal investigation out there with a tool called Ghost Tube Seer, and the artwork that the AI generated that it was picking up from was just a straight up field, but there was like black flak fire in the air. And
It was really, really interesting.
it was very interesting. It's not a tool I would say I would use by itself, but if you use it with
Still.
other tools, it's pretty neat.
Well, flak fire really came in at the Civil War.
Right.
You know, mainly at Gettysburg.
And that's what they're talking about. We got the image first, and then we saw the placard about. Yeah, but we got the placard that had mentioned Doubleday and Stonewall going head to head with the Black Hats. And they said that on the placard out in Bronner Farm, it said that the sky was filled with with black soot. And when we were putting together our last Gettysburg episode, I was putting together clips from. I got some clips from the Gettysburg miniseries, and just watching what they were doing in the miniseries, I said it was probably like this, but far worse. And
Oh, please.
so, yeah.
You know, people, you know, I've been there 40 years now.
Yeah.
And people think they know how it was for them. Give me a
No.
I'm still trying to figure out how they fought like they did in
Face to
July.
face?
No, in July,
With
wearing
wool?
wool.
Yeah, well,
I mean, how do
know
you do it?
You know how? You know how?
I'd love to know.
You're used to it.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
used to it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You
You're
know,
used to
think
it.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was your uniform. You were
Period.
proud of it no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
19,000 horses shot out from under it. 19,000. 2 years to clean it up
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
during those summers.
See, you don't even
Can you
think of
imagine?
that. Like, people don't talk about
Oh. Well.
that,
Yeah.
you know?
But we do.
Yeah.
But we have talked about it
And
before.
it
Yeah.
is, what a place. 25 square miles of battlefield.
And you feel it when you get
Oh,
there.
please.
With the exception of October.
October's a little different.
October's a little different. The tourists are in town.
The energy
Hey, secondhand.
hides away a little bit.
Come on.
Come on in.
All right. I'm keeping it. Keep it.
Bless you for that.
You bet. Oh, no
This
problem.
is a
at all.
beautiful room. I love this color.
I do love this color.
Somebody, I asked them not to take my picture, and they did and put it on Facebook. And I'm
See,
like,
that's not cool.
oh my
No.
God.
Yeah,
That's
we
not-
try to be respectful to the living and the unliving as much as
I also work in video and audio, and I've done a lot of interviews with people, both people that are, I mean, everyone from published authors to people on the street. And if someone said, I'd rather not be interviewed, I'd be like, then I don't interview.
If
That's
you
fine.
can edit and make me skinny, that's fine.
If you want, I can make you.
Give
I
me
can
that
make you
shit.
look like
I don't-
Sophia Loren. I could make you look like Selma
Did she
Hayek.
die this year?
Yes.
I think she did, and she still
Then
looks.
don't let go.
But she looked fantastic. Trust me.
Yeah,
She did,
yeah.
yeah.
Is the mirror original to the house or
No.
is
No,
it? we have
that
the mirror?
is old though.
No, it's ours. Everything here,
Everything.
everything.
Must have, yeah, wow.
The dead flies.
How many years?
everything.
61 or 62 years?
61 years.
61
So back in the day, this was the dining room. We know that because around the corner there, which is covered up, is the dirt, or the stairs down to the dirt floor kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's blocked off. They built on a 1950s kitchen, which we've yet to restore, so we don't open that up.
Got it.
But
Um,
when you go to the basement, you'll see this.
you'll see the stairs that go nowhere. Pretty cool.
Winchester House.
They are pretty
Is that the
cool.
vibe you're going with?
I've
Oh, I
been
just
in
noticed these
there.
aren't windows. They're inbuilt. Those are really nice.
I've been in the basement twice. That's it. That's all it took. That's all I needed.
Okay.
To know
Okay,
that it's
good to
there.
know.
But the stairs are pretty cool.
Okay.
So in here we have, this side is Martha Washington china, original,
What?
the pattern. It didn't belong to Martha.
Okay. Neither did need off there.
Because I had to tell a little schoolboy that. That's reproduction Confederate.
Mm-hmm.
In those two cabinets is a 128 volume set of every Civil War record, every battle north and south. Whether it be
Wow.
telegram, general's orders, any correspondence. So in other
Wow.
words, the truth.
That must be your pride and joy right there. I mean, that's.
Published 1906 by the government.
Oh.
It
You know,
is.
the government wouldn't lie.
That may be mostly correct.
It is a rare set,
Mm.
meaning you can find pieces, but you can't
outside of like the Library of Virginia or something like that. So
I'd be surprised if they had it.
Really?
So how long did it take
People
you
watch
to
out for
put this
the
collection
librarians.
together?
He bought it all together.
Oh, you bought it in one set.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that must be
I
heavy.
mean, you don't take the opportunity. Well, I'll take half now.
Half later,
You
yeah.
go back and
Did I get it through
say,
1863?
See, it's not just me,
I just
hon.
like
It's
this
not just
year. I just
me.
want that year.
Yeah.
No.
That's fascinating. That is
See, I'm a former
fascinating.
librarian, so I like it's like.
Well, you're welcome to
I love the
pull one
smell of
out.
old
Yeah, you're
books.
welcome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're welcome to pull one
Oh
out.
no, hang on a minute. I want to get that on film.
Yeah.
Go for it, Pip.
Go ahead.
I want to go. Okay. All right. All right.
Find the one with the battle of
Which
Balls
would-
Bluff.
Let's see what she picks.
Yeah, let's see what you pick.
Balls Bluff.
Come on, if it was a lottery, you'd be
This is
a
a
billionaire.
this is a librarian's dream come true.
No, we're supposed to. We keep saying.
You'll want to go to Family Fair right up Main Street.
I think you can do it online now.
Oh, yeah, I don't do that.
See, I told you.
I know, you should tell me.
Yeah, he goes to the store and does that.
Yeah.
And this time we picked our own
Miss
numbers.
Savannah.
If she does find Balls Bluff, I'm gonna laugh.
With the machine.
Balls Bluff was an
Yeah.
early battle.
That was an early
is it
battle.
By year or is it
I'm not
by
contributing to the.
or is it by
robot.
location?
That's right.
Atlanta.
I know Christina's watching right now, and she's probably
She's like, but that's our archivist as well.
yeah, she's sitting there going, "Oh, Pip."
West
damn
Tennessee.
book.
Oh, I can't. Pick one. All right, I'll pick one at random and see what we get. Let's see.
Does it help that we're all saying?
See, when new people do that to her, people, Pip finds it charming.
Oh, no,
I do
it's-
that to
it's
her.
Florida
Man,
and Southern
I'm,
Alabama.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
Oh.
What? You got Savannah?
I got
Southern Alabama.
I got West Florida, Southern Alabama, etc.
Etc.
Port Hudson, etc. Volume 42. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's the answer.
And then
I will not try a southern accent because that would be offensive. General Lieutenant Watkins, of your command, reached my headquarters today and communicated the verbal message which you had entrusted to him. I have pickets stationed along the river from a point opposite Fort Adams to a point opposite Tunisia, but as your forces are considerably north of the first mentioned point, I shall at once dispatch suitable persons to establish themselves opposite Rodney, so that communication may be opened and kept up with you at that place.
he fought it.
Ah, that's so cool.
That's
That's
amazing. That just blows my mind.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm
it's
sure
all
you've
like-
got
it's
everything here
every-
from the order for Pickett to charge to hey, we need more eggs, bacon, and soap and Dominoes. We need a harmonica stat, you know.
Where's Manassas? Because that's near.
That's near and dear to
On
us.
the other side.
So yeah, it's by location, is it?
Aren't they in order?
Maybe.
Well, here's Gettysburg,
I just want to get up behind glass.
Union, Confederates, etc.
You want to know something cool?
Part 1
When we
efforts.
were putting those in there, we found there's a little hiding
Wow,
places in
these
there.
are
There's Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia,
really?
except
Yeah.
Southwestern.
But
Oh, there's Cedar Mountain. We were just at Cedar Mountain.
Oh yeah, we were at Cedar Mountain.
Again, it's like a.
We did a.
living
Our
history,
previous
you know?
our previous investigation, we were at Cedar Mountain.
We were?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
At
where the distillery is.
We went to a place called Belmont Distillery, which is right on the bottom of Cedar Mountain, and they had cavalry. And he found the guy who runs it, Chuck, is 81 years old. He's been making whiskey legally for 30 years.
Yeah, he said I learned. He said my granddad taught it to my granddad taught it to me in 1950, and we were like, and when did you start selling it? 1980. And we were like, we can math.
That's when he got out of jail.
And he was saying that according to the locals, the Union and Confederates were camped there. They weren't fighting each other, and the local ladies would like make the meals and go to the Union and they'd feed them, take their plates,
They didn't fight at night.
clean
They didn't
them.
fight period until the general showed up. And
It's like they
What do you guys
punched
do?
the time clock.
yeah,
You know,
It's
8
like
to
they
5.
punched the time
Yeah,
clock.
yeah.
exactly.
What do you mean fight at night?
Well, there's partying and pretty ladies around here. Oh, here we are.
And the distillery was lovely. It was lovely.
Major General Thomas J. Jackson. General, I congratulate you most heartily on the victory which God has granted you over our enemies at Cedar Run. The country owes you and your brave officers and soldiers a deep debt of
So
gratitude.
that's why the South lost.
Plus they were patting each other on
Too
the
close to
back.
the, I thought you meant it was because they were in a distillery. But,
They drank bourbon like it was water.
They did. They
No.
So this
and
is,
if they had tried any of Chuck's bourbon, we understand why. It's good
He's
stuff.
90 proof all the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
free samples.
Chuck actually does this thing called bourbon barbecue and bluegrass, and they do it once a month at the distillery. This is actually in Culpeper. I keep forgetting we're still in Virginia, and
Still in
and he gives everybody when you go through the door, you get a free sampling, and then you pay a discounted rate for the other, and you can do, he's
Dad is gonna die if he touches me again.
oh
That's where history stopped.
yeah.
All those books.
Yep. You can smell it. Oh, yes.
You are a librarian.
Oh, you just
Last-
you made
last
this
night we
lady's
looked at
day.
The archives, and we were looking at the archives of the school that opened in 1917.
Oh, look at that.
And I randomly pulled out one where that was the kid got sent away for some sort of implement that he had brought on, and also he got into fisticuffs and punched people. So, but all the archives smell delicious, like.
Books on the desk right there.
Oh yeah, look at those.
Oh. I'll just be here all night.
That's where we'll find you.
My daughter smells books, but she likes new books. I've never seen anybody do that.
No?
Not here.
That's really neat.
So this is a Harper's.
Yes.
Who's this gentleman? Hannibal.
I think I got the magnifying glass for her.
Oh wow, look at that.
These don't survive because people take them
What?
and make pictures out of them.
Oh yeah,
Frame
you
them.
would frame those, wouldn't you?
Listen to you
Oh, that's
all
in
the
Tatum
time.
where we've been as
Oh,
well. Yeah. Oh, and this is is that the Reverend? No,
Over there.
that's the Reverend.
Him and his wife.
That's Jefferson Davis.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I don't know American presidents as well.
Those Canadian.
Well, that was the Confederate president. Jefferson Davis was the
that's
Confederate
right,
president,
That's right.
opposite of Lincoln.
He's got a very attractive wife, actually. She looks.
He was a striking man, Jefferson Davis.
Was,
I was gonna say.
Very
And
attractive
So I haven't told you yet. On his mother's side, he's a descendant of Zachary Taylor.
okay,
On his father's side, Jefferson Davis.
couple. Well, that's like T. His mother's from Pennsylvania, and his father's, it's Virginia all the way. So
My mom and dad, Pennsylvania and Virginia.
yeah.
So the country is healed eventually.
Everybody loves this desk.
This is a beautiful desk.
I got it on Marketplace
Oh.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because the room had to have a particular.
So
Oh,
I,
yeah, that's
I
good.
had put it out on Facebook that I was looking for something like that, and nobody responded. And then I'm just scrolling through, and I'm like, oh my god! And there it was. The best thing about it, I only paid $30 for it. The lady, it was in
I
her
don't
house.
understand people.
The lady had it in her house. She said, I don't want it anymore. If you don't come get it, I will throw it out in the yard. I said, it will take me 2 hours to get there.
I'll be there.
But I will be there.
That's
And
beautiful.
it fit in the Tahoe. So.
It's funny because we go to a place in Maryland, Linville Manor, and Wynn, who bought the place during the pandemic, I think, he has basically all.
That's a very special room back there, Phil. And I'm thinking, Phil, that room, you might want to be in that room. Were you picking up anything in that room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think.
I mean, we're gonna have a full night.
Maybe not. We'll see if we can make it to 2.
We'll make it to 10. It's already 9:30.
Oh, that's wrong. I forgot.
I have no doubt. That will
Well, the good news, Wi-Fi is solid. Good. It hasn't dropped under 30 frames. So it looks like the test is working real well, everybody.
another slow. You
Okay,
guys
well then-
continue on.
We'll catch up. We'll catch up.
I'll catch up.
You'll catch up. So the plan is, chat, we're going to do this little late night tour, and then we're going to start the investigation proper. But just want to give you a look at this place, there's a lot of history here, a lot of history, and this is, as you heard, this is John, the gentleman we were talking to. His name is John, and this is his personal collection. I mean, you even got this. This is the theater nerd in me loves that. That's a bit of history right there.
Just look for the nice light switches, see?
Oh, that's not
Go ahead. I tell people not to, but y'all can go ahead.
Well, it's.
I sit in it because it's mine. That's what I say.
So there.
You need to stay with the group.
Over here. Film.
I will.
Where'd Phil go?
Phil went to use the little ghost
Okay.
hunter's room,
The little
but
what?
the little ghost hunter's room,
Little drummers.
Oh,
little drummer's room.
I should make a sign that says that. That would be cute.
Change the name of the restrooms.
So do I keep going or do we wait for Phil?
Oh no, Phil said to continue on with
Oh,
Alan.
he's gonna miss the best story of all.
I'll pass it on to him, and I've got the audio of it, so I think we're good.
That uniform there, we have been trying to put it under glass for I don't know how many years. I can't find anything already made big enough to fit it on the mannequin.
So she's come up with an idea.
We're just gonna build something out of plexiglass.
When in doubt, DIY, absolutely.
Hunt.
So that
Hunt.
belonged to Colonel William Crook.
Okay.
That's him on the left in the picture. He was personal bodyguard to Abraham Lincoln. He was bodyguard to 5 presidents, 3 of which were assassinated.
Wow.
Shoots the resume, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
put that on there.
So, on the secretary is a reproduction of Lincoln's death mask.
Okay.
He had 2 live masks made and 1 death mask. So that's a reproduction. In the cabinet is a 1863 VMI cadet coat. So that young man would have graduated and went right to war. Above the secretary is the last family 10-print portrait of the Lincolns after the middle son had passed away. And that's an 1860 frame. If you come over to your right to the sketch, drop down to the bust, and then to your left, you see that little swatch of cloth in the frame under the picture?
Mm-hmm.
That's from Lincoln's casket covering. Guys, I will tell you this, and this is for the guys. This little girl on the floor,
Yes.
her name's Betty Alice. I named her after the Reverend's daughter. She tends to move around.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so
I've
you know.
heard telling of you, Betty Alice.
Well, you know, it's funny because, I mean,
Oh.
it's not, as far as all the dolls we've come across,
She's
I
not the
would say
scariest
she's
looking
not
one.
the scariest looking one.
She was kind of cute.
Look over at the couch.
Oh.
Oh, tea. It's your favorite thing.
Yeah, no, she's sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not
Say that
sitting
you
on.
are large from
I'm
your
not.
background.
I'm not sitting on that couch.
I can
Then
pick her up?
I'm just gonna go on
All
there.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's worth a picture.
She's got some weight to her.
Well, she's been.
Not to say,
Oh no. You gotta wait for a sec.
this is not my first time holding a little girl that
No,
weighs.
precisely.
It's pretty solid.
Oh, kind
So-
of cute.
Under this carpet here, there's an outlet and floor.
Mm-hmm.
The first team, other than John, to investigate here,
Mm-hmm.
she was the only thing in the whole house.
This doll?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She came from,
Rock Island, Illinois.
yes.
How did she end up in the house?
We brought her.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Shouldn't walk up one day.
She was kidnapped.
She was given to us, and he thought I would like to take her home, and I'm like, no. So the team that was here, they put her feet up against that outlet, right? Went upstairs to investigate for 2 hours. Came back down. She was from the outlet over to here looking at the door.
Oh, she was leaving. Heading back to Illinois.
So,
Or looking
so
for
we'll
them.
put a stationary on.
Well,
We'll put a stationary on her. Yeah.
Especially nobody.
Some people line her up with the pegs on the
Yeah.
floor.
Oh yeah.
So you can do that. This suit came from Gettysburg.
Figures.
I keep the tree up all year because I love Christmas.
I told them about Celebrity Room. I told them about.
And who don't know what a Christmas tree is? You know, maybe a trigger object for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
We are on the National Register, which gets us absolutely nothing.
Except the plaque.
I had to buy it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Win-win.
I had to buy it, but I did. On this side, we have George Washington's death mask up here.
Oh yeah.
And that flag there flew at Independence Hall for one day in John's honor.
That's lovely.
Really?
Of course, you know you have to pay to do that.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Worth every penny.
And this organ.
Eighteen-
I don't want to mention the organ, but
What's the?
It's 1860. The one upstairs. Oh, did you do that? So he's right there at the door. We'll explain that in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Then there's the limited edition copy of the Prayer Valley Forge.
Oh wow. Oh,
And so let's go in here.
does the well, not that we're going to play it, but does the organ
Last
still
time-
work or?
Last time he knew of it, did what?
Right.
The one right here.
Last.
I will ask you not to sit at the tables. You can sit in this chair I'm in, or that stool over there, or you can lay down on the floor.
Yeah, it's interesting because according to
It looks complicated.
Streamlabs, I'm going at 30 frames per second, so I'm not 100% sure why it looks choppy. But we're gonna soldier on. We're gonna keep going. Here we go. Getting in there.
You're missing it.
You better not be talking to your stream.
Do not call that what it is.
Yeah.
It is a
A
communication
communication device, is that right?
So that's what a new thing that we tried, and it works beyond belief. You pay hundreds of dollars for all this equipment. You can get that at Lowe's for like $12.
You know,
Okay,
when you
which
pay-
device is it? Which communicator is it that's?
You know, when you paint lasers and stuff,
So was it?
That's-
So it was.
Phil's our
It was.
man on that.
I
Say
tend
what
to
it
like
is.
to do little like hacks from, $10 motion
Mhm.
sensors that make a noise or
Mhm.
light up or
Mhm.
things like that.
All right, so this is our dining room.
Yes. Yeah. Well, exactly. Yep.
This is where we hold the Dinner with a Ghost event, which he created, and I'll tell you that in a minute. We seat 18 people. The object is to invite whatever spirits are here to join us for dinner, and that's the ghost table over there, the seat of honor.
I was about to say.
I
It-
love that.
We believe it.
That's neat.
We believe it to be the Reverend that shows up to dinner every time,
it's his
because
home.
we've gotten to know him,
It's his home.
right? So for museum, we don't have our paranormal equipment out. He'll put all that out tomorrow. But we have the grid, we have this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
Stuff that sits on that table, stuff that sits here.
Yeah.
Readouts on the monitor.
Yeah, the ovulus reads out onto the monitor.
Oh, that's clever. That's very
Because
clever.
Sometimes you can't understand it.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
I would say
Exactly.
more times than not.
Exactly.
Oh, we got the William Shatner version.
Yes.
There's something on the wing.
We were just talking about that today.
That is, yeah. We were just talking about that episode. Yeah.
Come on, it's a great one.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding? It's the. It's it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Probably one that scared me the most.
He,
Yeah.
now you all have Facebook.
Yeah.
And
We
if you
know
don't,
we do.
hey,
We do.
Fake book.
We do.
That's what I call it.
Canadians have that?
New Zealanders do.
I saw what you did there, John. I saw what you did there, John.
At least
I saw what
if
you
called
did there.
me an Australian, then we would have a.
Oh yeah. Then
I'll accept
purses
Canadian,
would have been out.
British.
The passes are out now. But I was going to say. So what we were hearing was just an indication that somebody was here.
Yes,
Got it.
because he was
Got it.
right there
Where Phil was standing.
Yes.
Okay.
when it was
So
going
maybe to
on.
be acknowledged, maybe, and like, hey.
So let me take you.
Go right ahead.
I
Take
have
time.
a guy that comes here often, and he asked me to make, this was in the winter, asked me to make a pot of chili beans for him and his team, and he'd pay me. I'm like, you darn tootin'. So, chili beans and cornbread, right?
Mm-hmm. There we
I
go.
made the chili at home. I brought the cornbread here to make it here, and it was smelling so good in the museum, right?
I bet.
That started going off and wouldn't stop. And I'm like, oh my God, honey, he thinks we're having dinner tonight. You better tell him we're not having dinner. So he comes to the door here and he says, yo, Reverend, we're not having dinner tonight. Knock it off. And I quit.
Well, I wonder if Reverend thought we were having dinner tonight with us.
Or,
Or
Or maybe he was saying hello.
That's what
It could have been one of the kids. Who knows?
So would this have been this wouldn't have been the dining room in the original?
Mm-mm.
Would this be like the parlor or something? With the
Well,
fireplace
but this
and-
room is a mirror of that room.
Now, I would figure
And
the
vice
room
versa.
over there,
Mm.
he had his parishioners in. This is a private room for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So, the Reverend likes his bourbon. We keep bourbon over there. One night we didn't have it on the table and nothing was happening. Nothing. He went and got it and put it on the table and it was on. The Confederate flag on that table is authentic, but we don't know for which battle. The silverware and glassware is alarmed on that table, so if it's touched, we know. And then we have the laser grid that shines that whole area.
With a readout. So there's
Yeah.
Well, that's Big G. It's Big G.
Dinner is done in the dark, with the exception of the crystals and the candle for light on the table. And that's enough.
Oh yeah.
Everybody eats by candlelight at one point
Yeah.
in time. So that's what that'll be. But during dinner, you're also investigating pretty much. You know, John tells the history here, some of his paranormal experiences. He's been doing this over 20 years. And
picking on the Reverend.
everybody has a grand old time. And you know, we find most skeptics when they come in here and it's not real daunting and you know, they're more acceptable to them the investigation afterward.
That makes a lot of sense.
I,
You get it?
You got
I told him he was gonna die.
Listen.
He knew his ghost.
Spirit
It's
form
too
now.
bad.
Yes.
Have I missed anything?
You told him about the salad.
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
So it's a 4-course meal,
Mhm.
right? Prepared by me. He helps me a little bit. He hooked me up with a chef in Las Vegas who was one of the top chefs in Vegas. And he showed me this one meal, and this is what we do all the time. People love it. They come back again and again for it. In fact, four of the people that are coming tomorrow come to several of them a year.
Wow.
So, but anyway, Reverend does not like salad.
No.
No,
That's a no.
There probably wouldn't be many salads
That's a
in this
no.
day.
No.
it's horse food.
It's meat and potatoes
You know.
back then.
Poor people's food, at least.
When they take up the soup course to lay the salad down, the communicator goes crazy. Crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah. And at first it hurt my feelings, right? So I'm like, well, I ain't making you a salad no more. And then I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, honey, wouldn't you want me to make the salad to make him mad or whatever? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, he gets salad again.
He knows how to shut everything off.
You know, last time,
He knocked the camera down.
ooh, he has what? He's unplugged the Ovilus before.
He's a player.
Oh yeah, it sounds like it.
He's like, you give me salad?
This dinner's over.
Well, salad's the one thing. Dessert's a threat.
He definitely wants his dessert.
Well,
Even though a lot of the times, and he's gonna hear me now, a lot of the times I get real chintzy on his dessert because I run out of stuff.
Right.
And so I'm like, well, Reverend gets shorted today, but
What's the dessert?
it's different every time.
Oh, okay.
It's usually some form of cheesecake,
If you were sitting here tomorrow night, you'd know.
Oh,
but
Like
it's,
that
it's
walking-
different every
Like
time.
that?
I did. I enjoyed
The
that.
door there?
That was nicely done.
My dad was a salesman. He sold steel. He would have appreciated that move. He'd have been like, that was a power move.
Power
Watch that son, it was a power move. I said, yes, sir.
Any questions in here?
No, ma'am.
Not even about the crystals. I saw
Oh, I
you.
presume there's light shining
I
up.
look at them.
I was like, there's light underneath them, right? You turn them on and they
You tell me.
They're etched.
etched with things, or are they?
No.
You
Oh,
tell
it
it.
looks like
Here, I gotta give you the reader's
Oh, this one looks
digest.
like a little baby's etched into it.
All right.
He likes to see.
Here's the
That's what I-
Titanic iceberg.
Oh,
Which,
You
Climate-
can, you can see
famous
where the
ice-
Titanic hit it.
which I
I'll
will
tell you that
straighten.
story.
I will straighten that out for you after we're done.
Right under the door there. It used to be 500 pounds.
One piece.
piece.
A sphere.
Oh,
what'd you do? Drop it?
She is a friggin' smart
Now you see why I married her.
Roll down the hill?
Wait
Who's
a
that in the
minute, though.
accent?
She's assuming you can pick up 500 pounds.
Yeah, that's. I
That's
mean,
a
that's
compliment.
Well, the answer to that,
Is no.
Kelly and I had to put it in the car. So I used to handle the national parks for Cisco Foods.
Okay.
You know, Grand Canyon, Zion, Bryce.
Yeah.
We're going to, they opened the national parks like Zion in June. Why? Because the snow's 18 feet high. They have to dig all that out. So we go up in advance to meet with the people and get them started for the year. And there was a rock shop right near the entrance. I said, Kelly, turn in here. We turned in there. This 500-pound Goliath was sitting on a pedestal with a Klieg light under it. I wanted it. The place was packed at 7 in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
Why? Park opens up at 8.
I see.
7, 8. Comprende?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reader's Digest, honey.
I'm going to speed it up now. I'm at the door. I'm at the door. Anyway, I get in there. I'm standing. I get in there and it is just trying to wind my way up to the counter. It's terrible. Anyway, I get up to the counter and here comes this little Lois by herself. I don't know how they did that. She stood about this tall. She looked up at me and said, "What do you want?" I'd like to buy the crystal outside. She stopped me in my tracks. She got under the door. She stopped me in my tracks. That's been sitting there 130 years. It will remain there another 130 years. And Kelly's tapping me on the shoulder. We got to go do business. We'll come back later. We'll get it. You watch. So we went 4 hours down at the park, and here we come back. He says, "Turn in here." I go, "What do you mean turn in here?" It was McDonald's. He goes, "Turn in McDonald's." And he turned in, went in, he bought everything. He came out with this much stuff, no joke. There was nobody at the rock shop. He went in there and laid everything on the counter. And here it comes. I heard the Jaws theme. Da-da. I swear I heard the Jaws thing. She goes, "What the F is this all about?" And I'm looking down at her, and Kelly took over at that point. 6 foot tall, blonde, blue-eyed. "We know that you've been here all day, you haven't eaten a thing, you're tired, we thought we'd buy you dinner." She starts bawling. I took the chance to, because I'm kind of a collector, maybe I'll give you $790 for that crystal outside. And she turned to me like, "Okay." What just happened? That was the easy part. We're 3 hours from Vegas. How are we getting it home? Kelly goes, "Back it up the Volvo and we'll shimmy it into the trunk." We did that in front of the car. Kelly goes, "Just get in. I'll wait to bring it back down." We brought it down, but going home, I don't know if those wheels ever touched the ground. 3 hours.
I love
So
stories
when-
like
when-
this.
You know, I got it home. The boys got it out of the, put it on the pool wall with a Klieg light under it. And I'm surprised the airport didn't come by. It was that bright. 2 years later, time to move. I just wanted to go out and shimmy it a little bit, see how I'm gonna get this thing off the wall.
Yeah.
Shimmied it and it popped. You heard heard this big pop, and boom,
8 pieces.
8 pieces.
Wow.
And they've gone with us everywhere.
So 1,
Right,
2,
easy to
3,
transport at least.
4,
5.
5.
3 put away.
Ah,
These are
okay.
the pretty boys.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's far out.
142 pounds.
Wow.
Whew.
158.
Got a good solid
90.
table.
So this is gonna be a strong table.
That was gonna say.
It, yeah, to get it on the table, you have to get on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And place it. You just can't sit it over there or roll it over there.
Right.
All right, moving on. I'll let you get out first.
Okay. This is a fantastic challenge. I don't mind saying. Okay. In that direction.
Good deal.
Hey,
Okay. Gotta come around here.
where did you
Tell
put
me
the
some-
cannons there?
They've always been there.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Look,
I stand here every day.
I know, but they've always been there.
I don't believe you. In that room, that's a work in progress. That's about his charity walks.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
He's gonna put up all that stuff. He's done 3. So I told him no more. No more. He met first wife on the first walk and the last wife on the last walk.
It works.
So,
It works.
No
Yeah.
more. Call this the West Wing.
Okay.
A lot of people call it the uniform room. That is a reproduction Confederate duster. It is not authentic, however, it's over 120 years old
It looks new.
It does.
because it's been sealed up and put away. To the right of that is Continental coat from the movie set of The Patriot.
Ah.
It's not worn by Mel Gibson. And then
He
down,
wore that one.
down below is a Gettysburg Cavalry coat. And then, what are these?
Revolutionary War?
See, nothing gets by you. You friggin' Brits.
And
We
then
weren't involved in that. New Zealanders were not involved.
we've got the little
Too
drummer
early.
boy.
Yeah.
This is a Gettysburg, no, that was Gettysburg Cavalry coat.
Artillery.
This is artillery. And this down here is my 3rd great grandfather,
Oh, no kidding.
who I did not know anything about. My uncle gave us this when we opened the museum. So I have since learned his rank and all this stuff.
That's amazing.
So we're going to do something different with that.
And
Nice.
a rock?
Hey, lighten up, lady.
I don't know.
Who knows? He'll tell you.
Let me show her.
That's it.
Go sit in your chair, baby.
I want to know, is this rock from the deep cut in Manassas where they ran out of bullets and they had to throw rocks at each other?
Oh, no.
Because that would be
Did
impressive.
she shut up?
Nope.
Not when it comes to history.
So I'll show you
Not
the
when it
better
comes to
one in the
history.
other room.
Okay.
This is from Little Round Top.
Oh, okay. Okay.
In the other rock, I had this dark spots analyzed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
It's blood.
Is it really?
Blood.
From Little Round Top.
Wait to see the other one.
We'll have to look for those types of spots next time. Up there.
No, doesn't want to touch it.
The
I
blood's
got it.
160 years old. I know it's gonna hurt.
Now, like the drummer boy cavalry uniforms, are those recreations as well?
No, those are real.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because I thought that
That's
would
so
seem
tiny.
Drummer boys were 8 to 12 years old,
Yeah.
and most of them didn't survive.
Oh.
They led the troops. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, let's put the children in front.
Yeah. They'll let us know.
Oh, they had a different attitude back
Well, I think
then.
your I'm here EVP.
This
was
is
that
true.
one.
This is why I got
Yeah,
interested
little
in
uniform.
paranormal, is because T and I went there. We were on Cemetery Ridge. It was August. It was the golden hour. We were the last people leaving. And as we walked past the monument to the Army of the Potomac,
Yes.
T says, "Is there anyone there?" I say, "Is there anyone here from the Army of the Potomac?" And then when we got back home and listened to it, there's a voice that goes, "I'm here." And I lay awake for
We
3
have
nights.
the
trying-
clip
we can
downstairs, but
play
I
it
don't
for you,
I
but
don't
it was
have
definitely the one where I was like,
number.
I cannot explain that.
Well, you know the war was fought here. 1863 was Gettysburg. 1863 was Vicksburg. 1863 was Wytheville. And we'll talk about that in a little while. Okay,
Reading about this.
come on.
I like to use my
Oh, wow.
ancestry.com and my newspapers.com. And also,
There you go.
it's older than these ones.
There is a lot of stuff. It's this guy's personal
America's
collection.
older than
It's
New Zealand.
amazing.
America?
It's amazing.
United States of America?
Honey,
Yes, what?
did fall off.
Oh, sorry.
Did not fall off.
We put this in the on-off for a reason.
Because someone
What you
turns it
want
on.
to know?
Mm-hmm.
We got to say.
Uh,
No.
They can know when they get in here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hurry up.
So we're seeing
So-
it for a moment.
Remember when your parents took you downtown to watch the parades? Do they do
Oh,
that?
yeah.
we have World War I Anzac memorials.
That play instruments and do their thing?
Yeah, the Army turns
Okay,
out.
enough. It's an original Gettysburg band uniform. Mimicking the one thing they can mimic was the Revolutionary War.
Oh, wow.
We broke the glass in transit.
I was about to say, would you break?
It's very clean.
Yeah.
It's not a priority yet.
Look at
Wow.
Okay, come on in.
It makes me
Just think about the
of the,
person who's in that.
It was $100.
Yeah.
This room?
Maybe they play trombone.
Of course you do.
This is New Orleans room because of the Battle of New Orleans, which took place 2 weeks after the war had ended.
Oh, okay. They just
They didn't get the
the
message.
news hadn't traveled
It's
fast.
like, hey, Andy, guess what?
Yeah.
It ended 2 weeks ago.
Alexander Graham Bell hadn't developed his
Yeah,
invention
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
There I go again with the bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna tell you about a whiskey bottle, but it's back there.
We locked it up.
We used to have it sitting right here. It was found, or it was dug up in Gettysburg 100 years after the war.
Mhm.
And so I was afraid some little smarty pants would try to pop the cork, drink it or
Dissipated.
something.
Good vanish, yeah.
And so we,
Oh, it's full? It's full?
we put it in, it's about 3/4 full.
That's not
We
bad.
put it in the cabinet back there, but it used to just sit right here.
Shine your teeth.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Melt your kidney.
Can I tell you about my granddaughter's experience here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So,
That's
Oh.
interesting. I saw it flickering.
yes, that is Audrey.
Aw.
Audrey turns the
She
stereo
knows
off and
how
on.
to turn it. I've sat here trying to teach her to press play.
So when I come in here, I always call for her and tell her what I want her to do.
Audrey, turn it on. Oh, never mind.
Turn it off.
Turn it off, Audrey. Turn it off. Did I scare you?
Give her a minute. She don't really like men.
No, that's it. Give.
She gravitates toward the women. You saw the little pink bedroom upstairs? That's hers. If you'll notice, it's not museum whatsoever. But here was the thing. When he first got here, he sat down with the previous owners and within minutes was approached by this little girl who asked one question.
Now, I had all the equipment and stuff because it's never been investigated. This is the old piece of whatever it was.
Yeah.
Have you seen my mommy? That was it.
And she asks teams that. They'll tell us.
Interesting. Well, we'll talk to you later on,
Yeah,
Audrey.
So
Maybe
when we
brought
first,
a toy for you or two.
when this first started happening,
Don't spoil it.
there was a girl, she was walking through here, she was here by herself doing a live, and it came on, she went, oh my goodness, that just came on in front of me, look. And you know, this was not my world whatsoever, paranormal stuff,
Yeah.
okay? When my girls were watching this growing up, I'd say, don't watch that shit. That's nothing but the devil, right?
Sounds like your mom.
So, when I met him and told my friend what he does and everything, she's standing there listening to me, just looking at me, not saying anything. And when she did say something, this is what she said: "You need to run as fast as you can. He is nothing but the devil." I said, "Then
Which
I'm-
was accurate.
Then I'm
Yeah.
married
No,
to the devil."
paranormal.
50%.
50%.
So, you know, I was skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, let's think about this logically. You're walking across the floor, there's loose wires, right?
Yeah, let's move
Mhm.
first.
No. One guy accused us of having a remote control in our pocket.
Yeah.
That came out before the remote control.
1970 stereo.
Yeah.
Okay? But what made me a believer, Audrey, turn it off.
Turn it off, Audrey.
Quit telling her after I do.
Sorry.
What made me a believer, he had taken some guys upstairs to finish the tour. Thank you. And I'm sitting here, and it came on, and I went, and I got my phone out of my pocket, and I put it right here, and I said, okay, turn it off. She turned it off. I went, turn it on. She turned it on. Turn it off. She turned it off. Shit.
I need
So-
to reevaluate some things.
We had a group in here where she stood there and was doing this to the on-off switch.
She's
As a
real,
little kid would, you know.
right,
And she's
she's
burning up the stereo.
real good though, turn it off. She's real good at now doing it when we get in here with teams. She used to didn't,
Okay.
but as I'm telling it now, she's there demonstrating, so I like that.
Thanks,
It's part
Audrey.
of the tour.
Uh-huh,
I mean, you cannot redo all this without a stereo.
No.
no,
And when I was painting,
Oh, no.
Deb and I did this place all by ourselves.
nobody helped.
We couldn't even hire people for $30 an hour.
Mm-mm.
Because they would come in here.
They would come in
No,
one
they-
day and work, and we'd pay them, and they wouldn't come back.
Not the first time I ever
Is that
heard that
paranormal
story.
related or just?
I don't think so, I think
Just-
just
Yeah.
COVID and lazy related.
Oh, okay.
So painting the living room,
Government
up on the
paid them
ladder,
more.
15 feet.
Yeah.
You gotta have Aerosmith on there. Dude looks like a lady just
Yeah.
blasting.
Yeah.
And I was blasting it by myself here. The wall
In,
shaky.
in the zone.
In the zone. And it got shut off. I got down,
Off the ladder.
off the ladder, came over, turned it back on. Dude looks like a lady. Get up to the top of the ladder, it shuts it off. So the moral of the story is the Reverend does not like dude looks like a lady.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a side
Play
note. Side note.
Not even. It's not just Aerosmith. It's dude. It's that specific
That
song.
think- yes.
song.
What about
Okay.
sympathy for the devil?
Oh, it's just-
Just asking.
And then we've had people play like a Billy Graham sermon back in the library,
Oh, yeah.
and he loves that.
I'm sure he does. Well,
But
yeah.
let me tell you about my granddaughter, and then he'll take you upstairs. So she will be 5 in September. She was 2 when this happened. Okay, she was here with us every day while we're putting this place together.
Yeah.
So she would only pass through this room, right? So one night we're here after dinner with a ghost. They're finishing up with the team in the basement. We're all sitting in the living room in the dark, and he gets up to come back here in the kitchen, and she says, "I'm gonna go with Papa." I'm like, "Okay, go." Well, she's afraid of the dark. I knew she would get right to that doorway and stop. She didn't, which I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because she likes Papa better than me.
50%.
So he comes back 15, 20 minutes later, and I said, "Where's Jordan?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "She followed you to the kitchen." He said, "I haven't seen her." I'm like, "Oh, shit."
Mhm.
Mama jumped up, ran through here, downstairs, out the back door, nothing. Back in, went to the other side,
Yeah.
nothing. We're like, she's gotta be here. She's gotta be here. And the people that were here, we weren't worried about anything, right? So Mom started back this way again, and she comes from around the corner right there.
In the dark.
In the dark. Upstairs was dark. And Mom's checking her over, and she's fine. We go home, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it hits me. I said, "Oh, shit." She didn't go up there by herself.
All the picture girls there.
Just gonna
Let's
play.
show you.
So we were back here working in the gallery the week after that, and she keeps doing this, looking at the door ever so often. I said, "What are you looking at?" She said, "Girl." There's no big deal. Girl. Okay. A couple days later, I thought, I'm gonna take her upstairs and see what she does.
Yeah.
Now, when you got to the top of the stairs earlier, did you look both ways to see which way you were gonna go? I would do that if I was somewhere
Yeah.
I had never
Yeah.
been before.
Yeah.
First of all, what 2-year-old knows has depth perception and knew there was a staircase behind that wall.
Right.
And all she ever did was pass through
Yeah.
there. And so I let her go ahead of me and went up the stairs, and she went right around the wall and straight to Audrey's bedroom.
Mm.
Since, she has sat on the couch in there and tells me, Nana, my friend is here,
Audrey.
Audrey. And we got her name from the East Tennessee Ghost Seekers team that comes here.
So I'm looking forward to spending some time with you, Audrey.
Yeah.
So, because this was always a residential home, we kept bedrooms upstairs.
Yeah.
But it is museum, and he'll take you up.
All right.
Even though
You
you
did
were-
notice.
All right. I'll actually.
There's stuff.
I'm surprised. I might tell you a story for good.
Okay.
Just turned it on.
Did she?
All right.
Like the staircase? It's not like home.
Yeah. Did you want me to go right or left?
Right.
Right. Okay.
You got the air conditioner on.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's in the window.
She's coming. She's
Staircase. Hey, we're down under. Hey, down under, where are you?
Oh.
Just to keep going.
She just said keep going?
Stop lying. We did not do that. Does that quilt look 200 years old?
It does not.
That is 200 years old.
That's, wow.
Been handed down on the other side and sealed for 200 years. Zachary Taylor, President Zach Taylor's church.
What?
Yes. And here I was thinking, there was a box right there. I said, it's a shame nobody in history is ever going to see this thing. And somehow that box opened up and jumped up on the wall. It's nice to see this stuff.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. It just, so it's going to get old. It's 200 years old now.
Yeah.
Right, Zach?
What?
Now, Zachary Taylor's daughter, married Jefferson Davis.
Really?
Yes. Now, I'm sure you guys already figured out who these guys are. Well, you didn't. You had that look.
Was that that's not the Clayton gang, is
You're
it?
done.
Oh.
Next.
The-
Chicks are smart. Come on. Down under wouldn't even have a clue.
Oh, no, it's you
Who's on
got
the floor behind you?
Doc Holliday.
Oh, you know who got that? Pip.
The,
Well, she came up here.
That's right. Pip got it.
Young
Pip
Guns.
Yeah.
Not Young Guns,
Yeah.
Tombstone.
Pip got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down under. Down under got that.
Wyatt,
Yeah. Why?
Brothers,
Yes.
Doc.
Yeah.
There's the original
See,
newspaper.
I got the doc. Oh.
From it.
I could have cheated, but I didn't.
The reading of that doesn't match the movie.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Now you know who this guy is.
Well,
Of course.
yeah. Well, we're all writers, so we should know. Yeah, that's Mr. Twain.
Just spitballing.
Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
When
Clements.
he wrote about real people.
Yeah.
Huck, Tom,
Tom,
Becky,
yeah.
Edge and Joe. I tell people if you don't believe it, there's their death certificates.
Oh wow.
Why is that little boy looking at me when I come up the stairs? Who's that?
He's wondering who the hell you are.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll have a
Another
conversation.
drummer, another drummer.
I haven't seen him.
Now,
Honestly, hon, I thought that was the kid that we heard in
6
Gettysburg
years
when I
ago, I
first saw
sat
it.
down with Sitting Bull's great grandmother up in South Dakota. And it was a convention, so we show up, the commissioner of Esmeralda County of Goldfield, Nevada.
Hi, everybody. Sorry. Just want to pop in here real quick and just say hi. I had a bit of a technical malfunction downstairs with one of my adapters. We are being left to the mercy of all the history that's in here right now. I mean, that was an amazing tour, don't get me wrong. That was an amazing tour. A little longer than I expected, but an amazing tour nonetheless. And right now, I am getting ready to put this stuff upstairs, and I'm still processing everything. We have a lot to do tonight. We have a lot to do tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. This is going to be fantastic. Okay. Whew. Now I just got to find my way around here.
Which way are you going? Upstairs?
Upstairs.
So you're gonna go out here
Right?
and keep going to the right.
Keep going to the right.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
No, thank you. Thank
You
you.
know, any problems, you call me.
Oh, you
okay?
bet. You bet. Thank you, John.
Yeah,
John, this is an amazing house. You've done an astounding work on this place. Thank you.
thank you, bud.
Okay. Okay. Probably gonna want before we go lights out entirely.
What do you need?
I would actually say leave the Christmas lights on just so that we can have a little bit of ambiance in this room.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Phil's gonna want complete darkness, so I'll just try to find where.
Right here, right behind.
Knowing Phil. Okay.
Power strip,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
and here's this,
Yeah.
right here.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
And unless you want this off, I gotta go back and show you.
Oh no. Feel free to turn off stuff, but yeah, we'll be going lights out gradually over here, and oh yeah, we are back. We are back. I'm still getting stuff set up. We are now in the setup phase, but you're gonna notice that the lights are gonna be going out soon. Yeah, I'm coming back. So be ready for that. Okay. Okay, so those are the stairs. Up, and I can't see.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I've already gotten lost twice in this house. Sit tight, everybody, we're almost there. It's setup time.